Sisonke Xonti is an award-winning composer, saxophonist and musician.
Now he joins us today to chat all about his journey in music. Sisonke, welcome to The Loft.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Now, you have just been music from about the age of 13, very young.
Exactly,
You picked up your first saxophone and you kind of went through it within life, Jay.
Yeah.
But then you studied law.
Yeah.
What happened?
For me, music was just, a hobby, going to a school with friends who are not musicians. Everyone aspires to be accountants, to be lawyers. So I think I was influenced by that. So music was just a side thing.
Okay, but can I tell you, Kali, imagine you meet a guy and he's like, yeah, I'm a lawyer. And then just on the weekends picks up the saxophone and then plays the bass.
Winning.
The more skills, the better.
But I don't practice law, so...
No.
Yeah.
So where did your love for the sax come from? Because I have to tell you, my favourite instruments in the whole world is the bass guitar and the sax.
Cool.
The sax is sexy.
Absolutely.
No, that's what they say. It actually wasn't. It was a mistake, actually. When I was in primary school, I got to a new school and there was the school band playing during assembly, and I actually saw a trombone. I wanted to play the trombone. So I told my parents, as a little kid, you're always nagging, and I think they kind of went to the music teachers, I guess, and they were like, no, we don't have any trombones left, but we do have a clarinet. So I picked up the clarinet, and then the natural progression is to move on to saxophone. And when I first blew it, I was just like, yo, this is it.
Wow.
It's such an incredible sound. Tell me something. The way you blow on it, is it like you would blow up a balloon, or is it like when your lips are together and then?
It's actually all from the diaphragm. So most of the pressure comes from the diaphragm.
So it's
like a singer, they sing from here.
Interdiaphragmatic breathing.
So do you
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Drama students. Do you have to do like any intense exercises or whatever to get your lung capacity out? Because when you hold those notes...
Yeah, it's just breathing exercises. It's nothing hectic, really. I mean, but when you play, you're actually doing the breathing exercise. So it's not a big thing.
The interesting thing to me is that you've taken something that's been a passion and a love from such a young age. You carried it out, although you kind of deterred and went somewhere else, you still went back to your love, so much so that you've collaborated and worked very closely with Abo's Jimmy Lulu, legends in the game. How was that experience and what did you learn?
It was great, man. He took me under his wing when I think I was about 20.
Wow.
And we started traveling, went everywhere. Like, I was fortunate enough to travel the world with him.
Amazing.
I guess he just taught me about the music business, how to take care of your finances, take care of the music, and just take care of business. It's not just about the music.
What's been the most important lesson, do you think, that you've learned over this musical exploration time?
I'll put emphasis on the business. You have a lot of musicians who have flourishing careers, and then at the end they end up with nothing, So I just took a lot from successful musicians like Abo Jimmy, Brahima Sekela, Mamusbongile Kumalo, watching them, and they have homes, they have kids who are at school, they're well-fed, success.
Success.
I just watching them and realizing, okay, it's not just about being on stage and playing.
And with music, it's very collaborative, exactly as you said. You have to view others, work with others, mingle around people, have that conversation. How important is that collaboration process and being able to lend and take from each other?
It's important, it's just to take positives and the negatives from each other and learn from each other. It's just watching each other, it's important,
I remember I went to go and interview Dave Matthews, the Dave Matthews Band, and he had a violinist and a saxophonist or whatever in studio with him. And what was just so beautiful to see is how you watch all of them get into a jam session. Like the one doesn't know what the other's going to play, but they just, the one starts with one melody and the other kind of picks up on that and then plays his own little vibe on that, and the other one. I mean, it was just such an incredible creative space to be in. Is that how you write your music, I suppose, when you were like with other musicians and you just jam and see what happens?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I'll come with a complete concept, and sometimes I'll just come with an idea and we will play around with that idea, and someone else will come up with something which will fit in and just complete the song. It's very.
My
that's very
favorite
nice.
is deep. So I'm a huge deep house fan, and I can tell you,
Me too.
that there's nothing better than a cool deep house song, and then right as when the song reaches the crescendo, the saxophone jumps in and makes it even better.
But I actually want to
Everyone
find that
loves
out
that.
from you, Sisonke, very quickly. A lot of the time we see music going in the digital space. Like a lot of people are just creating on laptops. People aren't really going in, picking up the instruments and playing. How is that affecting your job, or do you feel like there'll always be a need?
There'll always be a need for live music, you know. There'll always be a need. I mean, even though it's, you know, at the moment it's kind of tough, but, you know, it's up and down, actually.
Well, that's
Is it tough because it's so competitive? Because there's so many musicians and so many options available now?
Yeah, it's tough because there's DJs, you know. When people have events, they're just like, rather than having 5 people, let me just get one guy and you just set up and play quickly. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're definitely going to bring that fire here to us. Now, don't miss out on Sisonke's live performance to wrap up a beautiful Thursday evening after the break.